Hello everyone, today our topic is how to automate training manual distribution with Google Sheets and Gmail. So I am an HR and I want to send my training manual to all the employees that have recently joined my company or going to join the company in the future. So for that I have my Google Sheet where I have the database of all the employees that have recently joined the company or going to join the company. So by using this database, I'm going to use all the details of the employees and I'm going to send an email to my employees with my training manual. So for that, I have to build a simple connection between Google Sheets and Gmail. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use Trigger and Action. In Trigger application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. In Action application, I'm going to use Gmail. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can enhance the training process by automating training manual distribution with Google Sheets and Gmail. So I am an HR and I want to share the training manual of the company with all the newly joined employees and also to the new employees that are going to join the company in future. So I can't manually email the training manual with every employee one by one. That will eat all my time and my energy. And to save my time and to enhance this process of training, I'm going to automate distribution of training manual with the help of Pabbly Connect. So with Pabbly Connect, I will build a connection between Google Sheet and my Gmail account. So here in my Google Sheet, I have created this database, and in this database, I have the data of all the employees that are going to join my company or have joined my company. So I want to share my training manual with all these employees. For that, what I have to do is I have to use Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to open this new tab and I'm going to search for pabbly.com, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automate training manual distribution with Google Sheets and Gmail. Now I have to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So for that, I have to open this tab. And in this tab, you will find all the folders that you have created in your Pabbly Connect account. So I'm going to use this folder of training manual distribution. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So here I have to first set up my trigger, and my trigger application is going to be Google Sheets. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and new or updated spreadsheet row will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So for that, I have to use this webhook URL, and this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So for connecting these two accounts, I have to follow all this instruction. And first I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And now I'm going to take you to my Google Sheet. And here this is my Google Sheet where I have the data of all the new employees. And in this, I'm also going to add details of the new employees that are going to join my company in the future. Now I have to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. So this spreadsheet is named as employee details and we are in sheet 1. And we have 4 columns here: employee name, employee IDs, emails, and phone number. Now for connecting Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, I have to go to extensions. And we need this particular extension of Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So if you don't have this extension, then what you have to do is you have to go to add-ons. You have to click on get add-ons. And here it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. In this, we have to search for our webhook, which is Pabbly Connect Webhook. And our extension will look like this. So we have to install this particular extension, and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this. I will go back to extensions. And now I have to go to my extension, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And now I'm going to click on initial setup. And here this window will pop up. Here I have two options, webhook URL and trigger column. Now here what I need to do is I need to give my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I need the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Now I have to give my trigger column. So in my spreadsheet, I have 4 columns and this column D is my last data entry column. Whenever a data will be filled in this particular column, then the data of that whole row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So my trigger column will be column D and I'm going to click on send test. And here my test data is sent successfully. Now I'm going to click on submit and my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this. And here I have the details of all these employees. Now what I need to do is I need to distribute my training manual via email to all these employees. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a connection. So for the connection, I've sent the data of this first employee to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to build a connection first. And after building the connection, I'm going to send an email to all these employees together at once. Now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have the trigger column, which is column D. I have my spreadsheet name, which is employee details. And in this, I have the phone number of my employee. I have the name of my employee, which is test user. I have the employee ID and this is my email address of the employee. So my email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. Now what I need to do is I need to use these details and by using these details, I'm going to send an email to this employee with an attachment of my training manual. So for that, what I have to do is I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab. And here my action application is going to be Gmail. So I'm going to select Gmail here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and send email will be my event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Gmail with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will connect with Gmail. Now I have to click on allow to give access to my account. And here my connection is successful. Now for sending the email to my employee, what I need to do is I need to fill all these details. And first I have to give my email address of my employee. So for that, what I need to do is I need to use the details that I have received from my Google Sheet and I have to map that detail here in this tab. So for that, what I have to do is I have to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open this response of Google Sheets and this is my email address. So I'm going to map this. So my email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. And now what I have to do is I have to fill all these other tabs. Now I have to give a sender name. So in the sender name, I can either give my name or my company name. So I'm going to give the name of my company, which will be your company. Now I have to give an email subject. So my email subject will be welcome to your company training manual attached. So this is going to be my email subject. Now I have to select my email content type. So my email will be of plain type. So I have selected that. Now I have to give my email content. So I'm going to type the email that I want to send to my employees. So I'm going to type my content here. So this will be my email content and in this I have a message that I want to send to my employee and I'm going to welcome that employee and I have explained about my training manual and everything that is related to that and he can also connect with me. Now here after dear what I have to do is I have to map the name of my employee. So for that I have to open this response of Google Sheet and in this I have the name of my employee which is test user. So I'm going to map this. So every time I'm going to get a new detail from my Google Sheet, then automatically the name of that employee and the details of that employee is going to replace because we have mapped that detail here. Now this will be my email content. Now what I have to do is I have to give the attachment file that I want to send with my email. And in the attachment file, I have to give my training manual that I have created for my company. And I have to send that document with this particular email. Here, this is my training manual that I have created for my company. And I want to share this document with all my employees, with all the new employees that are going to join my company and even with the employees that are going to join my company in the future. So this will be my training manual. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here what I need to do is I need to give the attachment link. So for the attachment link, what you have to do is you have to give the URL of your document and you have to make sure that that URL of your attachment is publicly accessed. So for making that publicly accessed, what you can do is you can upload your document on your website and it will be publicly accessed. So I'm going to paste my attachment URL here. So this will be my training manual attachment URL. Now I have to give the file name. So my file name will be of training manual and also I have to give the extension name. So my file is in PDF format. So I'm going to give the extension of .pdf. So I'm going to type my file name. So this will be my file name, which is trainingmanual.pdf. Now I have filled all the required details. So what I have to do is I have to click on save and send test OK button. And here we have this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have sent this email automatically to my employee with this training manual attachment. Now to check this, I have to take you back to my Gmail account and here I am on this send email section. So I'm going to refresh this And here we can see I have sent this particular email to this user, which is test user. And the email is testuser@pablitudes.com. So I'm going to open this email. And in this email, I have the subject, which is welcome to your company, training manual attached. So this is my email. And in this email, I have this attachment of my training manual. So here I have shared my training manual with the employee that I have the detail in my Google Sheet. So I have used Google Sheet and Gmail to distribute my training manual to my new employee. Now what I need to do is I need to take you back to my Google Sheet. And here I've successfully built a connection between Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. Now what I need to do is I need to distribute this training manual to all my employees that I have the details in my Google Sheet. So for that, what I have to do is I have to go back to extensions. I will go back to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And in this, I have this option of send all data. So I have to select this option. And after enabling this option, what is going to happen is that all the data of the employees that I have in my Google Sheet will be sent automatically to Pabbly Connect. And with the help of Pabbly Connect, my training manual will be distributed to all my employees via email through Gmail. Now to check this, I have to go back to my Gmail account. I will go back and here I am on the sent email section. And here we can see that I have sent this email to all my employees that I have the details in my Google Sheet. In this email, I have this training manual that I have distributed with all newly joined employees. Now I have to take you back to my Google Sheet. Now what I need to do is that if any employee joins my company in the future, that whenever I'm going to add the detail of that employee in this Google Sheet, then automatically an email will be shared with that employee with my training manual. So for that, what I have to do is I have to go back to extensions. I have to go back to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And in this, I have this option of send on event. So I'm going to enable this option. So by this option, what is going to happen is that whenever a new row will be added in my Google Sheet with the details of a new employee, then automatically that row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now to show you this, I'm going to add a new detail of an employee here. So my employee name will be John Karras. I have to give an employee ID. Now I have to give the email address. So my email will be johnkarras@pablitudes.com and I will give a random mobile number. So here I have added this detail of a new employee that have just joined my company. Now what should happen is that automatically an email should be shared with this particular employee with my training manual attachment. Now to check whether I've shared my training manual with this particular employee or not, let's go back to my Gmail account. And here we can see I have sent this new email to this particular user, which is named as John Karras. And the email address is johnkarras@pablitudes.com. So I'm going to show you this email. So this is my new email. And in this, I have this subject, which is welcome to your company, training manual attached. And I have attached this training manual in this particular email. And I have shared this email with this particular employee whose details I have just added in my Google Sheet in a new row. So here my connection between Google Sheets and Gmail is working successfully such that I'm distributing my training manual with all the newly joined employees that have the details in my Google Sheet and also with the new employees that are going to join my company in the future. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have built this connection between Google Sheets and Gmail successfully. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was Google Sheets and my trigger event was Gmail and my trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then I have set up my actions tab and my action application was Gmail and my action event was send email. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.